Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
This is something because yesterday we talked about from 1925 to 84 in November, just at the Vaheguru course, and I can tell you one thing that really came home to me yesterday. Why did we think the British are going to be our allies? What possible reason makes us think that these guys were going to help us? Once they took over Punjab, they tried their best to dismantle Sikhi. They tried to auction off Harmandir Sahib. Did you know that? The British built a massive church right next to Harmandir Sahib, big cathedral. They tried to auction off the whole of Harmandir Sahib. Okay? After all the Qurbani the Sikhs gave in First World War, Second World War, they then split our country in half, Punjab. Yeah? 40% of Sikhs became refugees. Okay? Because of what the line drawn by Radcliffe, right? Why did we think they were going to help us? Like, why are we looking for people to help us? Whenever I see people saying, why didn't somebody should listen, somebody should help us, I always see like somebody who's not prepared to say, ki nahi. Yeah? Jo bar chahu, so tum te pahu. Why don't we turn to our Guru? Every time we keep turning to somebody else to help us, as if our Guru is powerless. We keep saying, Sab to vard samrat Gurudev, sab sukh pai tiski sev. Yeah? If we serve him, he can give us everything we want. Maharaj can give us Raj. Yeah? And yet we don't turn to him. I don't see people turning around and saying, let's do Hukumnama when something happens. I don't see people turning around and say, let's do a Panthik meeting, let's decide something and do it. What I see are people crying about international... let's get the UK government to carry out an inquiry on who killed the Sikhs in 1984. Why don't we set up our own inquiry? Yeah? Did America ever ask England to set up an inquiry into Bin Laden? No, they ran their own inquiry. They acted like a sovereign nation and they carried out what they wanted to do. Yeah, it was illegal against Pakistani's own laws, and yet they did it. So why don't we do our own inquiry? Because we think like slaves. Yeah, we think, we lost the Khalsa thinking. Yeah? And then we sit around crying, oh, no one's helping us, like little children, as if our Guru's ever going to have pity upon us because we're not behaving like his children. Maharaj is telling us, every day we say this in part, Puran hoy hamari asa, tor bhajan ki rahe pyasa. Let me say, thirsty for you then, jo bar chahu, so tum te paun. And yet we don't believe that he can give us anything. We keep turning to other people. Say, Sadi mata madi hegi hai. Yeah? Sadi sochni madi hegi hai. I think that our Guru would never stand up with a sign saying Sikhs want justice. Yeah? They would never stand up with that sign. They would say, Sikhs give justice. Come to us if you want justice. Now our biggest shame is that we're not prepared to give justice. We should work out who are the guilty. We've got a document that lays it out, who are the guilty. Work out who are guilty, right? And then we should say, the Khalsa hereby orders this person to be served this justice. Whatever that justice is should be carried out by the Khalsa, wherever they are. Maharaja Ranjit Singh refused to attend Akal Takht Sahib in 1902 or 1903 when he had married Mora. Yeah? And Akali Phula Singh said, Ki ede muhi lagna. To every Sikh he said, no Sikh is to talk to him. He's the emperor of Punjab, yeah? Akal Takht Jathedar said, no one is to speak to him. In the morning as he walks out of his bedroom, no Sikh speaks to him. He can't get the guy who does his clothes to talk to him. He can't get the guy that gives him the horse to talk to him. So then he goes to Akal Takht, knowing that he can't rule a kingdom when the Sikhs don't support him. Yeah? And he was ordered to be whipped. He took his shirt off, held on to a pillar, prepared to take a whipping from Akali Phula Singh. Yeah? That was the sourcing of the Panth in those days. Yeah? And the Sikhs in those days. What we've got right now is a lack of leadership, but also a lack of Khalsa thinking. Yeah? We've lost our independent spirit. Maharaj is behemotaj ve parvaha. Yeah? He is independent. We should be independent. We don't think independently. We keep turning to other people. I think it's very sad that you felt betrayed. No, I don't mean, personally, I think as a Panth, we should never have had any asa in anybody else. Our asa should only be in our Guru.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.